Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead and another What We Eat for Dinner in a Week. In these videos, I try to show you how I combine inexpensive Aldi groceries with food that we are blessed with from the food pantry to provide hopefully well-balanced, well-rounded meals. As a family, we generally eat low carb because my husband and I have to for health reasons, and as the sole cook in the house, it is just easier for me to make one meal than try to short order cook it or make multiple meals. But you'll see variations to that, and I'll explain as we go. So tonight is Monday night, and let's see what we've got. We went to the food pantry today, and you will have seen that video already, and it was a good thing because I had no idea what I was making for dinner. I had no meat thawed out, no real plans, and honestly, I had a case of the doldrums today. Just did not feel good. I was super tired, grumpy. I was grouched today. So, yeah, I went ahead and we got a bag of frozen chicken leg quarters, and they were like separated frozen chicken leg quarters. A lot of times you get those and they're all like frozen together, but this one wasn't. So I pulled out 3 of those and baked them in the oven at 375 for about 2 hours, which I know seems like a ridiculous amount of time, but it's going to be like fall apart, super juicy, crispy skin deliciousness. For the last 15 minutes or so, I spread on some barbecue sauce and continued to bake it. Just that kind of bakes it on and makes it slightly tacky so that it's not quite so messy. All right, with that, I took the leftover mashed potatoes from last week and almost all of them and made mashed potato cakes. My kids love these. It's just mashed potatoes, egg, flour, some garlic powder, salt, really, and a handful of shredded cheese. That's optional. They're really easy and a great way of using leftover mashed potatoes when your kids are kind of like, man, I don't really want mashed potatoes again. So, and my kids will gobble that entire pan up, I'm sure. With that, last week I also made some sauteed green beans from fresh green beans that we had frozen, and it just sounded good again. So I steam them until they're almost done, and then I cook them in a little bit of fat and some garlic, minced garlic, and garlic powder because there's never such a thing as too much garlic. Come on. And then I just have some steamed broccoli, and I threw on, when it was done, a handful of shredded cheese and like a glug of heavy whipping cream and a squirt of mustard, like maybe 2 teaspoons. And that's a good thing to add to anything like cheesy broccoli or macaroni and cheese, anything like that. It just kind of gives it a little bit more flavor. You don't taste mustard. It just kind of, because of the vinegary flavor and the spice, it just, I don't know, it tastes good. It was something I saw on a cooking show one time. So take Food Network's, trust for it. So that is, and then in the oven, I have a double batch plus like a half a batch of blueberry muffins going. Those will not be ready for dinner, but the kids will probably come in after dinner and have one more as like a dessert. So that is Monday night's dinner. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Tuesday night, and tonight we're doing Taco Tuesday. I have not done this in a couple of weeks, I think, so my kids are ready to get back at it. I usually do let the kids pick and choose whether they want taco dip, taco salad, or tacos, because I generally end up with at least one of each. So tonight we have 2 pounds of ground deer meat and a can of drained black beans, and then I just added some of my homemade taco seasoning. I think I made a short about that a while back. So if I remember, I'll try to figure out how to share the link to that in the show notes, because I think I know how to do that. I've never done that before. So we've got romaine heart chopped up. We have some of these sun-dried tomato basil tortillas that we got from the food bank like 2 weeks ago. Some tortilla chips, salsa, homemade salsa, some salsa con queso, some sour cream, and then I have some avocados that have been in my refrigerator for like forever, and I figured they would all be bad, but I just cut that one open and it was fine, so hopefully. My husband is supposed to be home anytime now, and he is bringing some groceries home. I don't know whether I'll film that or not because we have supposed to be getting a decent snowstorm overnight tonight. We'll see. You know how that goes. Sometimes they say, oh, it's going to be 12 inches, and then we get 2 inches. So for me, the last couple of times I have tried to have tacos, one, I cannot do the lettuce yet. My stomach is just not ready for that. I have accepted that fate. Y'all know I love me some salad, so that was a hard one. But also the taco meat, I think probably because of the seasonings, hasn't set super well either. Probably just the chili powder and all those that are in it. So that's fine. I'm not like hugely upset about that. I pulled out a container of chicken bone broth that had chicken in it that I cooked a while back and put in the freezer. And I don't know what I'm going to throw in it, but I'm going to make a soup. You would think after those like 2 weeks of being on that diet, I would be over it, and I kind of am, but there's like no food and like no like fresh groceries in the house right now. So yeah, I'm just kind of winging it here, people. Like we literally have no fresh fruit. There's very little vegetables, fresh vegetables, those kind of things. Those are the things that I'm having my husband pick up. So long-winded, sorry. That is Tuesday night's dinner. We'll see you tomorrow night. It is Wednesday night, and I know yesterday I said we were supposed to get a bunch of snow, and guess what, y'all? We didn't get a bunch of snow. We got like maybe an inch, inch and a half, and then it rained on top of it, so now we just have a soggy, wet mess. But it was kind of cold and dreary today, and I just kind of wanted something simple for dinner tonight. I did not have any meals planned for this week for the most part. I did not have meat thawed out, so we went simple. I took some of the leftover taco meat from last night, added in a can of tomato soup, a jar of home canned tomato sauce, and like half a can of corn. Some more taco seasoning. Super simple taco soup. It smells really, really good. Unfortunately, like I talked about last night, I cannot eat that. It's not going to sit right with me, especially that corn. Y'all know. So I took the rest of the stuff from last night and added in the last little bit of cheesy broccoli and the garlic green beans and made a soup, if you want to call it that. I know that sounds weird, and some people will probably even say it's gross, but I have no appetite right now. I go see my doctor again tomorrow because it's time to, and I can tell you things need adjusted. My stomach is in a much better place, but now we're going to start fighting the thyroid, fatigue, anxiety, all that issue. So I'm ready to start tackling that and getting that taken care of so that y'all, I'm so ready to just feel well for a while. I just want to even feel okay. I would just be fine with feeling okay as long as I don't feel blah all the time. So with that, I was just going to do the soup, and my kids were like, can we have something else with it? And I was like, I don't know what. And so one of them said biscuits or muffins or something like that. I was like, it's a little late to do that. But I had like a half a loaf of Dave's Killer Bread in the refrigerator. And I said, hey, let's do just some quick cheesy toast. So I just threw on a little bit of olive oil, some garlic powder, and some mozzarella cheese, and threw it under the broiler in the toaster oven. So nice, simple, easy meal. On top of this, I will throw like some sour cream, salsa con queso, that kind of thing if the kids want it. So that is dinner for Wednesday night. We'll see you tomorrow night. It is Thursday night. We went to chiropractor and my doctor today. I got better news than I was expecting. I do need to sit down and do a video of just all of that, but I am trying to carefully do my research in how to word it so that it does not come off as medical advice, because otherwise I can get in trouble. So, but what I thought was my thyroid still needing more help and my adrenals needing more help was actually the reverse of that. And the supplements that he had me on were too strong at this point. So we were going in the opposite direction. So he has actually backed down from several of my supplements, which is awesome. He said that the tummy issues that I'm still having with raw vegetables and whatnot is very, very normal. Essentially, my intestines, the inside of them are just raw. They are worn out and burnt up. So they just need more time to heal. So I'm going to have to be patient, and I'm trying. I just miss salad. So all that to say, we did go ahead and stop at the grocery store on the way home because I've been really tired the last few days. Like I said, those supplements needed to go in the other direction. And so I had not really thought through food at all. I had nothing planned, nothing pulled out. So I stopped at the grocery store because we needed several just odds and ends stuff. I ended up spending almost $300 because, that's how it goes. But we shouldn't need to go to the grocery store in a couple of weeks. Anyway, I went ahead and picked up some brats as just a nice, quick, and easy meat for dinner. So these are just the regular brats from Aldi that we really like. There is another pack of 5 in the air fryer right now. These are the spicy brats from the food pantry, and that's 2 packages of those. And those will be for my husband, and anything that's left, he heads out in a couple of days again, so he will be taking those in his truck because he really, really likes them. I really like them too, but spicy, I still need to avoid. This is, my kids were already going, "You did what?" I made faux potato salad. So you just make potato salad, but you use steamed cauliflower instead of potatoes. Makes it low carb. Because it has the sauce on there, you really don't taste a huge difference. There's a texture difference, but for the most part, I can't tell the difference. One of my kids, the picky one, was like, "Hey, it tastes great to me." And my not picky one was like, "I can taste the difference." So either way, it's fine. Once again, the ubiquitous box of mac and cheese, because my 8-year-old is obsessed with making this. And then when you have brats, you have to have sauerkraut. So I make sauerkraut in big batches in quart jars. Like I usually make 3 to 4 quart jars at a time. And when I do that, then I just stick it in the refrigerator, and it doesn't go bad. It will stay in there for, I have maybe kept a jar over a year. Let's just put it that way. And not had any issues with it. So we will all have some of that. I didn't warm it up or anything. We'll just eat it cold. And that's completely fine. So, yeah, that is, I'm tired. Dinner for Thursday night. We will see you tomorrow. It is Friday night, and Friday night at our house always means pizza night. Sometimes that's homemade, sometimes that's store-bought, sometimes that's a cross between the two. Almost never is it takeout pizza because we live too far out in the country for any place to deliver to us, and by the time we would order it, get there, pick it up, bring it home, I can make a whole lot of frozen pizzas for a lot cheaper. So tonight, at the grocery store yesterday, I picked up this giant Mama Cozzi's pizza. Usually what I get is a cheese pizza because then I can throw pepperoni on half of it and the kids can kind of pick and choose what they want. Usually the first plate, I give each one of them 1 piece of each, and then they can come back in and get seconds and they can pick whatever they want. And that is definitely one of these giant pizzas is enough for all of them for dinner for tonight. Sometimes there's a little bit left depending on how hungry they are. With that, there is steamed broccoli. Super simple, just broccoli, salt, and butter. I was going for easy tonight, obviously. For me, I don't know if you can hear it running in the background, I have a chicken thigh in the air fryer. Here, hang on, let me show it. All right, so I have 2 chicken thighs that I put in the air fryer. When they are done, I throw a little bit of pasta sauce, a sprinkling of mozzarella cheese, and some pepperoni on it, and then I just air fry it, and I think I'm actually going to turn it off now. I just air fry it for long enough to melt the cheese, heat the pepperoni up, that kind of thing. I will just eat one of these with some of the steamed broccoli tonight, and I just cut it up and eat it. I call it pizza chicken. How creative, right? So super easy. My husband is home, but he got a head cold, woke up yesterday morning with it and has not felt great today. Just headache and stuffy and blah feeling. And so I had canned up some deer meat in just chunks. Like literally that was it. I seasoned it with some salt and that was it. And he absolutely loves it. So he just opened up a jar of that and heated it up and literally ate that. And he said that that was completely fine with him because he just really didn't have much of an appetite. So, yeah, that. So hang on just a second and we'll pop back over. So tonight is also the one night a week that we for sure do dessert. A couple of other nights a week, sometimes I will throw a cookie or some chocolate or something like that at the kids, mostly because I want some yogurt. I want dessert. So tonight I have some chocolate chip cookies from the freezer. These ones that we had gotten from Mobile Food Pantry a while back. I don't even remember. They've been in the freezer for forever because we don't do dessert a whole lot. I just hadn't gotten them used. So I put one of those in the oven. I know a couple of my kids will probably go, I don't want that. And they'll pick something out of what we call the dessert box, which is just anytime that we get anything desserty, candy, cookies, anything like that from the food pantry, I throw it in there. So I'll let them pick and choose. I can always throw the rest of them in the fridge or in the freezer and let them have them later. For me, for dessert, for something easy on the stomach and on the blood sugar, I do Greek yogurt, a sprinkle of chocolate chips, and a couple spoonfuls of peanut butter powder or peanut butter, depending on what we have. And that totally hits the spot. I know that for some people you're going to go, ew, that does not sound good. But to me, it just tastes like peanut butter chocolate chip ice cream. Obviously, it could be colder. I really would like to. Has anybody used Greek yogurt or yogurt to make frozen yogurt, like ice cream wise? If you have, let me know how it turned out, because that is something I have thought about doing. I have an ice cream maker, so I could make like 2 quarts at once or something. And have it in the freezer for me for other times, because I do miss ice cream, but the fake sugars in the keto ice creams just are not working with tummy right now and haven't for quite some time. But I could do just the peanut butter in it and make it that's sweet enough for me. So if you've done that, let me know, because I would love to pick your brain kind of thing. So that is Friday night's dinner. We will see you tomorrow night. Saturday night, I usually make a big meal, kind of traditionally what you would have for Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening. So tonight, when we were in Aldi the other day, they had their spiral sliced hams on sale for 99 cents a pound. So I went ahead and purchased one, and I just cut like some of it off for tonight, made a simple glaze, some low carb sweetener, some apple cider vinegar, mustard, Dijon mustard, like really simple, and baked that. The rest of it I diced up and put in the freezer for casseroles and soup for this winter. Could not pass up on that deal because I bought a whole ham for like $9.50. So with that, I air fried 2 quarts of home canned green beans. It's amazing how much those shrink down. This is 1 pouch of dried mashed potatoes. 2 package directions, only I always add a little extra butter. For another side for me, I have zucchini in the air fryer making zucchini fries because I can't do the mashed potatoes. This was an experimental biscuit. I just did a search for, I still have a bunch of the cashew flour in the freezer from food pantry, and it's been in there for like a year. I know I need to get it used. It's in the deep freezer though, so it's still good. But I've been trying to come up with some other ways to use it. And since I can't do things like cookies with it because I can't handle the fake sweeteners right now, I thought I would make biscuits. I had intended on making like not low carb biscuits for the kids. And then I was like, hey, wait a minute. Let me see if I can't find a recipe. And so I found this one, and I already broke one open to look at it and to try it, and it's pretty good. Definitely not biscuit. It's more like a cross between like a biscuit and a bread, But flavor-wise, it's pretty good. I would have added some garlic powder to it. I will try to, I think I saved that recipe. I will try to post that recipe in the show notes. Because yeah, they turned out pretty good. They're just a cheddar biscuit. But like I said, I think I probably would have added some garlic to them. And I may, like when I serve it, cut it open and put some butter on it or something just to kind of make it zhuzhed up a little bit. So that is Saturday night's dinner. If you are new here, this is the end of our week of meals. I don't cook on Sundays. I generally try to take the day off. I don't cook or clean or do laundry or anything like that. So Sunday afternoon when we get home from church, I will pull out whatever leftovers we have from the week. And then I let the kids pick whatever they want, and we make up plates and warm them up in the toaster oven. And that's lunch. It's a great way of getting leftovers used so that there's very little or no food waste for the week. For dinner on Sunday, I pull out charcuterie board things. Meats, cheese, dried fruits, nuts, crackers, usually some kind of like desserty type thing. Yeah, charcuterie board, pickles, anything like that. And once again, I help the kids make their plates, and they get to pick whatever they want off of the counter. So it makes for a nice, easy day for me. And then on Sundays for the charcuterie, I even bust out paper plates. So yeah. So that is our week of meals. I will try to post any relevant recipes in the show notes. I'm done. Like it's 7:18, so I need to get off here. I've washed dishes and cleaned house and all that today, and I am exhausted. So that is our week of dinners. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye, and God bless.